What's up guys, it's me again, the guy who gives you anime content all the time, Admiral, and I'm back again with another video, and for this video, we're going to talk about the Admiral Ryokugyu and the possibility of what his devil fruit is. So I have gathered different theories for this and I want you guys to decide which sounds legit or which sounds nah out of all of them. So for you guys to decide, just comment down in the comment section. And these theories are not mine, and I just gathered these from special places in the internet. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. So let's get started. But wait, I forgot. Before you watch this video, don't forget to subscribe down below and comment, like, share, and please follow me on my Facebook account and Instagram account down there in the links down there below, so just follow them. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. So let's get started for real. So for the first theory, and this theory is by Blackwing, I'll just put the link in the description down below. Okay, so as we all know, during the time skip, there was a major change in the structure of the Marines. After the battle between Marine Admiral Akainu and Admiral Aokiji in Bank Hazard, Akainu was selected as Fleet Admiral while Aokiji defected from the Marines, thus leaving two vacant spots open. So Aokiji's place was taken by Admiral Fujitora, while Akainu's spot was taken by Ryokugyu. Okay, so the first three admirals were inspired by the legend of Momotaro as follows. So Kizaru, the yellow monkey, so yellow for the color of light, which is his power, and monkey for his irresponsible personality. Akainu, the red dog, red for his power of magma, and dog for him as a very loyal and persistent marine. Aokiji, the blue pheasant, blue which represents his power of ice, and pheasant by his laid-back personality. The new Admiral Fujitora, which is the purple tiger, purple the color of his gravity, and tiger for his very fierce character. Also, we see a major change in the powers of the first three admirals, as they were all Logias, with Fujitora changing it to a Paramisha type, and this implies the consequence for Ryokugyu's power. So Ryokugyu, the green bull, green for his powers and bull for his personality as a hot-headed guy. So the Japanese for green is called Midori, which also means vegetation, and it could also mean fertility, youth, and nature. Now, if we go by the science theme, his devil fruit would either be a Paramisha or Logia, but for the dude who made this the Zoan type, seems to be the more plausible, since it would give off a new feel and a new complete set of admirals, and it would give a sort of equilibrium because we haven't seen an admiral that has a strong Zoan type yet. Now, if he really bears a Zoan type fruit, there's a slight change in meaning different of the other admirals. If he has a Zoan, he should fall in the class of bovines as his moniker suggests, because you can't give him the nickname Green Bull and just give him another animal type. It wouldn't just make any sense. Therefore, if ever he got a Zoan, I got two versions of his fruit. So the first fruit is the Ushi Ushi no Mi model Aurochs. So the Aurochs is an extinct type of wild cattle and is the ancestor of the domestic cattle. It's much heavier and bulkier than the modern ones, with much longer legs, and this goes for the standard bovine Zoan he might have, and the fact that its ancient Zoan makes it much more formidable. Next is we have the Ushi Ushi no Mi model Hakutaku. The Bison, or known in Japan as the Hakutaku, is a mythical creature with a bovine body with 9 eyes and 6 horns, arranged in a set of 3. Also, once it appeared in Mount Tateyama and predicted that a deadly plague would sweep through in the next few years, and prescribed that its own image be used as a talisman to ward off the disease, and since then the Hakutaku has been worshipped as, take note, the guardian spirit of the herbal medicine. So now that we got this brings us to the first part in which his power is themed in something green and how this color correlates with vegetation and growth. Since he got the power of the Hakutaku, he might be able to grow trees and use healing powers and use nature-based attacks, and he might also be a doctor in nature. So now for the second theory, and this theory is made by Pento the Cap. So he believed that Admiral Ryokugyu is a very old man, but he has a time-related DF that makes him younger, just like Bonnie's fruit. So the basis of this theory is how the admirals match up with the Straw Hats. Colors are very important to this theory. Akainu is red, Kizaru is yellow, Ryokugyu is green, and Fujitora is purple. These colors are deliberate foreshadowing by Oda that show who the monster trio will fight. Luffy's is red, Sanji is yellow, while Zoro is green. This is supported by the fact that we know that Luffy is set up to fight Akainu already. Sanji will likely fight Kizaru and Zoro will fight Ryokugyu. Some believe though that Zoro would fight Fujitora, but this is unlikely. Everything we have seen of Fujitora tells us that he will most likely not be an enemy of the Straw Hats and will possibly switch sides from the Marines. Now, consider what the three original Admirals were: Ice, Magma, and Light, and were all elemental devil fruits. However, now we have Kizaru, Fujitora, and Ryokugyu, which is Light for Kizaru, Gravity for Fujitora, and knowing Oda, he would likely want to keep a consistent theme, meaning the new Admiral trio is based on physics. As such, their powers might be light, gravity, and time. This is not blind guesswork, as colors matter here as well, since light is often represented by yellow, gravity by purple, and green, which is although very rare, it is often used to represent time. Although green could also represent some type of logia, but this does not thematically fit in with the rest of the Admiral trio, does not seem very powerful, and does not seem like a good matchup for Zoro. Okay, so how does a time-related fruit make Ryokugyu a good matchup for Zoro? So now we have established why he believes Ryokugyu will fight Zoro, and that his power may be time-related. This dude broke it down on who he believed Ryokugyu is. So we all know that Zoro usually fights swordsmen, and that the Marines had to search for Admiral replacements. So what if Ryokugyu was one point the world's strongest swordsman, perhaps in an era before Rogers? Maybe he could have been Mihawk's master, although this is just adding to the speculation. However, Ryokugyu grew very old to the point that in the modern day he is extremely weakened, even more so than Whitebeard and Rayleigh were. As such, he had it long since he lost the title of the world's greatest swordsman. However, when the Marines needed a new Admiral, they thought of Ryokugyu and gave him some sort of time-related fruit, and when he uses it, it allows him to regain his youth and become the legendary swordsman he once was. And that is the theory of Pento the Cap. Okay, so now we're at the third theory, and this theory is made by Donal D. So here are some points. Green Bull is called a beast by Dofi in terms of power, and at this point we already know that Fujitora has the Gravity Devil Fruit. So there is no mystery surrounding Fujitora, but Green Bulls is a complete mystery which is mentioned by Dofi. And this leads to me thinking that his fruit is related to a beast. Okay, so here are some facts about Ryokugyu. So first, he is a laid-back guy who sunbathes outside and doesn't listen to orders if he doesn't feel like it. Second, he knows Vegapunk and calls him old age. Third, he has long hair and has a good smile. Fourth, he fasts and doesn't eat. Fifth, he wants babes to quote-unquote feed him, which means in his hierarchy, woman is his zone of comfort. And as for his devil fruit, I think it's the mythical Zoan Cernunnos. So Green Bull comes from a beast that looks like a bull because of his power, and he's a very lazy guy who only does things that are comfortable to him, with shaggy long hair and loves to make love. So Cernunnos is the god of vegetation and doesn't require food to eat. He is a life giver and not a taker. He loves to sunbathe because that's what Cernunnos does, and since he is also the god of fertility, he likes doing the deed, if you know what I mean. And Green Bull can probably control his own vigor, age, because of his DF, and is sort of life itself, and he notices age as a weakness in others.